This is a little clarification as to how to work within your groups. When you get into the class, I know this is going to look a little bit differently to you than it does to me because, of course, I'm in the instructor. But let's just say that I am at home, and this is usually where I will put announcements. Right now I just have one announcement of just welcoming you to the class. Here is my syllabus. And this is not new to you. I'm sure that you have probably gone through here. One of the interesting things about the syllabus is that all the assignments are placed in here. Now you see week 2 not populated with a due date in there yet because week 2 has not been revealed to you. It has not been opened. I find it that people tend to have an easier time with the class where everything is set up 1 week at a time as opposed to seeing everything that you have before you. It seems a little bit daunting and overwhelming. But let's actually go through what we have here. So here, most of your work is going to be done with modules, right? So you click on modules, and here is week 1. This is what we're traversing right now. As I told you, here we have everything that is week 2. It's coming up, right? Let's not worry too much about week 2. So let's take a look. We have the overview, and that tells you more or less what you have, what you can expect out of this week. I do the to-do this week, and I do a little snapshot of everything that you have in there. I will always try to put links in this, and at the bottom I will always try to give you a summary of how many points everything is in there. It's a bit redundant because you're going to get that in the assignments. You're going to see how much each assignment is worth. So now let's actually go back into modules. And here's your first assignment, right? And you can see, I'm already showing students work in here. What you do is when you get into a thread, you just hit reply here, and you immediately are set up to do your work, right? So you will not be able to see other students' work until you do your own posting when it comes to postings, right? So you do your own posting, and then if you're the first one that does this, you're going to have to wait until other people come in and do their work because you need to, as part of your grade, critique what others say. I find it that most students tend to be kind in their critiques, and I encourage that. It's difficult enough to be a student, so encourage your peers as you move through. Let's go back. I always like going back to modules because it gives me just this at a glance. Now you're going to see this, and don't panic if you do not see 3 groups. You're only part of 1 group, right? Again, you can only see this because I'm the instructor. If I were to go into settings and put student view, all of this would be gone because I would have to put myself as a test student into a group. And unfortunately, it does not let me. I just tried to do that. If I am in test student, it does not let me be placed into a group because the test student is not really enrolled in the class, right? So that's something that I'll have to take up with the Canvas folks. But anyway, let's say that I am in Bulgaria, right? And how do you know, before I do this, how do you know in which group you are? You actually look at collaborations. And here you have the main groups. Of course, you're going to only see 1 group, right? And as you type it in here, again, the view is going to be very different for you than for me, but this is just going to open a different window in which I have a Word document. And I went ahead and put in a little message. This is kind of like a notepad. It's online, it lives in the cloud, and you can actually make notes in here. You're doing part of your research. You're thinking, I might be doing music and politics. I might be doing music and religion. But you see an article or you see something that you think is going to, down the road, when we start looking at presenting, it's going to help you or maybe help somebody else that is in your group. Well, go ahead and make a note of it in here. And it's just kind of sketch, you just writing your thoughts, writing your ideas. I might be doing this. I might be doing that. Does somebody else know something about this? Everybody that is in the Bulgaria group is going to have access to this. The same thing goes for Morocco, and the same thing goes for Mongolia. Okay, so let's get rid of this window, and let's go back to modules. Okay, so here is the main topic. Let's just say that I'm in Bulgaria, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to my group. Okay, so here is the video. We have the 4 main parameters that we use in musicology to study music, right? Well, we do have music and identity, but that's more retrospective. So we have music and folklore, politics, religion, dance, and these are things for you to start thinking about, right? And then you're going to put it together in relationship to John Valier and his philosophy, right? And we're looking at the four main staples of his philosophy. So four is a reoccurring number here. Now I went ahead and put in the membership of all the groups in here so you know where you are at. This is not going to always be the case. You know, you once I see that you know where your groups are and you know where to go, I will stop putting this membership in here. But then I go down here and I hit reply, right? Okay, I already went ahead and put a reply in here, but let's just for the sake of experimenting, I'm clicking on reply. And part of this assignment requires that you submit. You're going to attach your paper here. So on a separate on Word, you can even type your paper in here if you want. But I suggest that you actually type out what you're going to be reading out to the class. So it's better to actually have it on a separate piece of paper. So type it out, have it on a piece of paper, read it through a couple of times, and then you're going to hit this. This is going to enable you to record video. Now, I don't know how this computer is going to react to me hitting this right now because I'm recording my screen right now and this software is also recording my face. So it might not like me very much. It might actually stop the whole process of what I'm doing right now. So with quite a bit of trepidation, I'm going to hit record, upload media. Okay. So I'm getting lucky right now, but I am sure that once I hit start recording, something's going to happen. I know that's my luck with this type of devices. So once you get here, you're going to be able to record your speech. You can have a piece of paper to the side. I have no problem with you reading it. But again, think that this is kind of a presentation. You're going to get used to this because you're going to do it every single week, okay? I'm not expecting that you're going to be as good as a politician when you're talking about music and politics. I'm thinking already about next week. So with that support in mind, you're going to hit start recording and you're going to present, and it's going to give an audio, a video presentation of what you have. And yes, the requirement is that you do a video presentation. Okay, I hope this helps.